Good morning, good morning, good morning, esteemed viewers. Welcome to Bystanders at the Newsstand. This morning, I'm Christian Chuko. On this wonderful edition of the program, I have my wonderful committed reviewers here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I have Mr. Matthew, Mr. Lucky, I have Mr. Ralph, I have Mr. Charles, Mr. Kunle, and they're all here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Okay, a big welcome to everyone that's been watching us over the years. And if you are live today, I want to say a big welcome wherever you are in Nigeria and also in diaspora. We are right here in Ogba to get Nigerians talking on pertinent issues that concern them in the society. We are going to go digital today. Headlines we read from the social media this morning. Okay, I have the Daily Sun with me this morning. Kanu alleges inhumane treatment in detention. Kanu alleges inhumane treatment in detention. Accused DSS of confining him to small cell without sunlight 23 hours daily, denying him change of clothes, making him sleep without pillow. Demands independent medical examination over suspicion of secret illegal injection in his body. Kanu has lamented uh, harsh conditions under DSS custody. Main headline on the Sun newspaper this morning: bandits now use radio frequency walkie-talkie. Bandits now use radio frequency walkie-talkie as victim narrates 29-day ordeal with kidnappers in Niger State. Victim narrates 29-day ordeal with kidnappers in Niger State. Just this week alone, we've had more than 4 invasions in Niger State by the bandits. We have President Muhammad Buhari welcoming United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken in Abuja. There's a picture on the Sun. You see President Muhammad Buhari with the United States Secretary of State that visited Nigeria and is currently at Abuja with the president. Now, demands for the implementation of the NSAS report. Blinken has told Buhari to implement the NSAS report, and this is the response from the president. The president is saying that they are waiting for other reports from other states. They are waiting for reports from other states so as to implement the panel report. NSAS report, I'm waiting for Sonlu, other governors, Buhari. I'm waiting for Sonlu, other governors, Buhari is saying. Commuters stranded as railway workers short train services nationwide. Commuters stranded as railway workers short services nationwide. Sokoto killings, death toll hits 43. Sokoto killings, wow. Death toll hits 43. Bill to remove CCT from executive to judiciary and passes second reading. Bill to move CCT from executive to judiciary passes second reading. 65 Nigerian monuments qualify for World Heritage Sites. 65 Nigerian monuments qualify for World Heritage Sites. Obi of Onitsha draws attention to Zik Mausoleum. Obi of Onitsha draws attention to Zik Mausoleum. Federal government excited over delisting Nigeria from religious violators record. Federal government excited over delisting Nigeria from religious violators record. Hails UNESCO support in I can't see this, but repatriation of stolen artifacts. Hails UNESCO support in repatriation of stolen artifacts. Buhari signs climate change AMCON bills into law. Buhari signs climate change AMCON bills into law. That is what we have on the Sun newspaper this morning. Land restoration. NULGE, Enugu community, thank Ogwani for promoting justice. Thank Ogwani for promoting justice. There's also a story about Tinubu's daughter and how traders of Oyinbo market protested, and they accused her that she seized a goods shutdown market, requesting 5 million naira. Hi, Mr. Matthew. Somebody, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Yeah. Everywhere in the nation, train services are shut.
What is shut?
train services are short because of the protest.
Okay.
What is the deal? What is the deal?
We discussed it yesterday that the government should do the needful. The needful is to address their concern, and their concern is not far-fetched. They have made it abundantly clear. There was a warning strike before now when they were talking about their welfare and their condition of service. I think those things should be looked into, because what we are seeing in Nigeria is, apart from the political class, no other sector of the economy, no other person is getting what is due to him. So if you employ somebody to do a job, let the condition of service be favorable.
Okay.
Look at the lecturers. Can you imagine that their salary structure was last reviewed in 2009? And the highest paid lecturer, professor, currently as we speak, is being paid about 400,000. Here we have senators who perhaps are secondary school holders. That notwithstanding, there are some senators who are lawyers, doctors. I'm not trying to despise them. But you see senators go with 13.something million on a monthly basis. And a lecturer who would have labored all his life trying to impart knowledge into the citizens will be going home with less than 200,000, in some cases 300,000, and the most paid 400,000. The same way, the people who are working in Nigerian railway,
I think it's a general thing.
It's a general thing. The only people who are comfortable, who are getting what is due to them, even at the expense of others, is the political class. Go and check what the governors take home as security vote on monthly basis.
Is it revealed?
No, I mean what they take as security vote.
Like the security vote amount, has it been revealed?
No, it's not as if it's reviewed. Even if it's reviewed, they don't make it public. And this money they collect is not receipted for. They don't pay, they don't retire it. They assume that is their money. Each of the governor, none of them go home with less than, it should be close to 1 billion every month.
1 billion?
Yes. And this is money that is not being receipted for. They assume that is their money, they just spend it recklessly. And you have a situation where other critical sectors of the economy are suffering. As we speak, the money that the government is proposing to use, to borrow, to build, to do water projects, that's $700 million US. They should use to address most of other issues. Because as we speak, there's another $450 million US water project ongoing in Nigeria through African Development Bank. There's another $6 million US project going currently under African Development Bank. The $200 million US they are proposing to borrow to buy mosquito net. I think it's a misplaced of priority. They should use it to address some of these areas. If you look at the money the government wants to use to fund travel and feeding for the office of president and the vice president, it's about 3.something billion. They should cut down all these costs.
Okay, let's move over to the NNPC. Landing cost is now 150, and we are expecting an increase in the price of petroleum, petrol.
The truth is this: there's a whole lot of fraud going on in that subsidy regime. The process of paying it is not transparent. This government have tried to deny it, have tried to change the narrative that even before they came on board, that there's nothing like subsidy. That subsidy is a scam. Quite agreed. There's some level of subsidy. There's no argument about it. The more the price of crude increase in the international market, the likelihood of under recovery, like the government want to make us believe that is the name it should be called, the more likelihood that it will increase. But the argument is this: how do we know the actual amount that is being paid? How do we know the actual number of liters of PMS that is being consumed in Nigeria on daily basis, on weekly basis, on monthly basis, on yearly basis? To be able to analyze and know whether the person saddled with responsibility of paying the subsidy are doing the right thing. You ask me, I would have suggested that remove subsidy so that we have heave a sigh of relief in terms of.
If you remove subsidy.
I'm coming. I said if you ask me, I would have said remove subsidy because of the fraudulent activity of people who are doing it. But again, if you remove subsidy, just like the government have promised that there will be palliative, there will be some cushioning effect. How genuine would that be? How will it trickle down to the people who actually need it? That's the problem. It is on that basis that people like us will argue that, okay, you now leave subsidy. If that's the only way the common man will benefit from the system. Because if you remove subsidy, definitely the price of PMS, premium motor spirit, will be in the neighborhood of 300 to 400 naira per liter. And if you do that, it will affect the common man. It will affect transportation. But if you continue paying subsidy, the common man who need to pay transport from here to Ikeja, from here to Berga, from here to Faba, from Lagos to Kaduna, from Lagos to Port Harcourt, from Lagos to Abuja, will benefit from it. Not minding whether government is losing or not. Because if you say you want to protect government, you don't want government to lose. The money you want to free as a result of subsidy removal, will it be judiciously used? I doubt. That's the problem we have. We have a situation where the government is even borrowing and mismanaging it. There was a guarantee that if you remove subsidy, they will not mismanage the money they will free as a result of subsidy removal. That is my fear.
In Niger State, this is the fourth time that the bandits have attacked that state, and we have another casualty in Sokoto State. Almost 43 happening with security in that.
Don't
area.
forget that the Shiroro local government in Niger State, the local government chairman have raised alarm that bandits are taking over so many communities. So I think it's a function of the willingness on the part of federal government to realize and recognize that bandits are terrorists and treat them as such. You cannot be treating them with kid glove and expect the activities of bandits to come down. A situation where you already purchased 12 Kanu jets, and you are not ready to use it against the bandits, going by the agreement you enter into with America. And we have a situation where all the stakeholders, including National Assembly members, traditional rulers, governors, even the epicenter of the crisis, like Kaduna, the governor of Kaduna said, have consistently and repeatedly harped on the necessity of federal government designating bandit terrorists to pave way for the Air Force to use this air platform against them. But for reason best known to federal government, they refuse. And if you ask me the reason, I think the only reason I can infer is perhaps because bandits are Fulani herdsmen. I think that's the only reason I feel the government is reluctant or for dragging in targeting the terrorists.
So you're saying bandits are his
kinsmen.
Kinsmen. That's why he's.
That's the only reason I can. Because ordinarily, why would a government that suffers so much? We are talking now that what makes government a government is the monopoly of coercive power. We are seeing a situation where bandits are sharing this power with the federal government. Is it not even on record now, on the basis of newspaper, that they are already using walkie-talkie in a way to beat the government order to shut down network in those areas? And the common man will be suffering the impact of network shutdown. Now, the bandits who have the resources at their disposal have found a way around it to circumvent that order. Okay. So what I was saying, the government should realize and recognize that these are bandits. Sorry, these are criminals, these are terrorists, and they should be treated as such without further delay. That's the truth.
The NSAS reports have been confirmed that there are some errors that have been found in that panel report from the NSAS judicial panel. What do you think?
Nobody has found any error. It's a gimmick. They are trying to play gimmick.
We are talking about
it's ruse. It's gimmick.
The protesters. What of the?
I said it's gimmick. I'm coming. I read the story you are talking about. Okay. Go and read from the beginning of that story to the last. There is nowhere they mention discrepancy. They only mention that word discrepancy to hoodwink Nigerians. What they are saying is that it is a report that ought not to be in the public domain. That it is when the government of Lagos State issue white paper, that is when it should be made public. Look at the statement created to Falana yesterday. Falana made it abundantly clear, which I equally allude to and accept. I even have that belief before now, that the reason the members of the panel leak the report to the press is because so that they don't end up manipulating the result, the report of the panel. Whether we like it or not, it is on record, even before the panel decision, that the chief coroner of Lagos, Mojisola Dada, made a public announcement in 2020, asking people who lost their loved ones during the NSAS protest to visit Lagos State Teaching Hospital for the purpose of claiming the remains of their loved ones for burial. So, and consequent upon that, Falana made inquiry and discovered that over 98 corpses were dumped in different mortuaries in Lagos, and this corroborated with the finding of the panel. So how can you puncture that argument? It is on record that the evidence the panel relied on to arrive on 96 corpses came from Professor John Obafunwa. Professor John Obafunwa, who is a forensic pathologist from Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. Why can you invalidate such evidence? These are government functionaries who gave this evidence that guided the panel in arriving in those recommendations. So how can you invalidate those evidence? So we are waiting for the government to know their line of action. Just as Buhari said yesterday, because while he met with Blinken, he did say that we have so many states who have set up panel that are waiting for the states to finish with their work. But if I were to be Lagos State government, I think I would have turned the line of the advice of Falana, who advised that Lagos State government should forward that report to the presidency, to the president for action. If you look at it, the police that engage in this extrajudicial killing, the military that engage in this unprofessional conduct, this negligence, dereliction of duty, they are employees of the federal government. They fall under the purview of Mr. President. They are under the command and control of Mr. President. So Mr. President should take responsibility for whether compensation, whether sanctioning, whether dismissing and trying them, because the committees or the panel have recommended that they are not fit to occupy any government position, that they should be dismissed and tried. So we expect the government to toe that line. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Lucky. Yes. That's our Raphael.
Go. It's gonna be crowd.
Not be crowd. Okay. So our viewers is about our forthcoming end of year party. We encourage viewers globally to see it as a project that is unanimously signed on by reviewers. And even the management of Flip TV, we actually do their own part, because it is the platform that have given us this privilege to air views. For the purpose of that, the reviewers have given me the privilege to represent them. And for the purpose of that representation, my phone number is 070-899-58243. For more emphasis, 070-899-58243. About 3 persons have indicated interest to support. We encourage other people to do so. Thank you very much. I don't know whether.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Thank you much to my brother. God bless you. God bless.
One person was okay, so let's.
Yes.
That one is enough.
Yes.
Mr. Lucky, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother and sister. Good morning. My name is Lucky Yaguna. I don't know Lagos.
Where were you yesterday?
My brother, see, these few days, let me say the truth. My wife and my daughter are sick for a week now. They are both sick, so I'm so tired, and I don't know what to do because of the situation of the country. Hospitals are not working.
But the one in Ifako, yes.
Go. Have you been to Ifako?
The one in college.
My brother, you did there for 4 hours. At the end, they will still direct you to Barada. instead of giving you drugs. That's the problem. You just have hospital. Go there, you see more than 10,000 people. They have not been able to answer like 3 or 4. See nurse paraprating up and down. At the end, they end up writing drugs to go to Bagada.
Are you going to blame the medical officials?
I blame the government. That's why I say we don't have government under this Buhari and APC. They are not working. They are not there. They are just answering that name. These are, let me tell you, my brother. See, sometimes why always don't go back to all this past history. We are talking now. What is happening now? No matter how, other countries are still doing well to their citizens. Our own now, every day, what we see is either kidnapping or killing or destroying or police shooting citizens or AFCC going after the judges, or these are not going well. So under this government, that's why I particularly mentioned Buhari, because he's the head for now.
Okay.
Traveling all over the world looking for business people cannot work when the country is going under depression, under suffering, under no security, under worse economy, under worse things. Who will come and invest here? This man just busy travel all over the world, taking care of himself.
He's not feeling too well.
The man is not feeling fine. He's going to doctor. From America to South Africa. From South Africa, where again? This a month alone, he traveled more than 3 countries. Doing what? Taking care of himself. Not for our interest.
So he's the president, so he needs to take care.
He should go to that one, arrest. Not going America, going for Dubai, going to South Africa for investor. Which investor? Have you seen investor? All the investors are going to Ghana, going to Benin. Who will invest here when they are kidnapping? Look at the railway. Kule, every day, why they do railway? The way, nobody using the way now. The way stop. Workers are strike. With the way, when you move just from Lagos to Abeokuta here, where's the way? They are still working. There's somebody who tell me, why they do the way from Lagos to Abuja? Which road? Go and check. I will take you to Ifo. We still have the preach standing there. Just preach. You see, this government are wicked. Totally wicked. People are being stranded. They are not eating. These are worse. This remaining years, I pray God should remove them before the end of this year. Because my brother, people are dying like chicken.
We're expecting 170 naira per liter.
Look at it now. Instead of us making things to good, you are not telling people you are going to increase it. If during PDP time, only just to hear it, you see them opposition, people like them, Turubu, people like Mohammed, people like the Kule, people like different people, they'll be preparing for protest. They'll be preparing for protest. They'll be preparing for protest for Jota. Now, listen though, 170. Nobody is talking anything. Nobody is getting up. Everybody quiet like all their mumus. And they will not, let me even tell you, electricity. Government will be telling you, we are not increasing. We are not increasing, my brother. People are paying with their nose. Go to a 2-bedroom flat, they are paying 270,000 naira. You have increased more than 200%.
The whole compound.
Yeah, you try to compound. Where I stay, 2-bedroom flat, do something. So it's too much. It's too much. When we say the truth, they say we are telling lies. I will bring the bill. You see it, 270,000. How much is your basic salary? Basic salary of Nigeria now, 19,000, 20,000 naira. NEPA will bring P 200,000 naira. Bag of rice, 30,000 naira. Yam, 3,000 naira now. Go and check. GDP now, GDP. Nigeria is dying under Buhari. I go call name. We are crying. And people, they want to increase fuel. Forget when you increase fuel. The yam we are saying and rice, pepper, we are saying is too expensive. When you increase 170,000 naira, remember what will happen again. Before you know, we'll be paying house rent 1 million naira. What do you think? Those who are kidnapping, they will go multiply. They will multiply. And this president busy going to South Africa, begging South Africa. You are begging South Africa come and invest. They will come. They will come. Begging Ghana, begging the Republic, a whole day of Africa. You have turned us to poverty, hatred. I shame. I cry for. I weep for this country because we have a bad government leading us, a blind man, a blind vice president, a blind president leading Nigeria. When we have professor, when we have this country, I weep, my brother. I came to cry this morning. I am not here to laugh because the way things are going now. Look at people. You know, people don't go to hospital anymore. Why? If you go to hospital, they waste your time. They waste your time. Which can it go be? They will give you for 3 hours. After 3 hours, they will direct you to Bagada or they direct you to Relay before you get to somebody died.
Someone died on the road.
If you see the quantity of people in America, they say COVID-19. But see, our president of America is smiling with his people. Imagine Secretary of State in America came to Nigeria, telling our president, you must implement that ESAS. But what our president is telling us, I'm waiting for someone look. Someone say.
They went for someone.
Someone just I've not seen what someone is doing. So I am not. Let me tell you, the governors under Buhari are not working. The only governor working is Wike and Obaseki. Edo is working. Edo, leave this man. See. Ogun State is the worst. No road in Ogun State, no road. So, Fashola, what are you doing there? They give you 3 posts at the end, they remove flipper. This other, see, I am not hiding it. I'm mentioning them. Asibanjo, you are wicked.
Too wicked.
Buhari, you are wicked. Like Mohammed today now, where are you? America should not come. CNN should not come. Today now, where are you? Mohammed is silent. Mohammed is silent. He has not talked. He said they are not massacre. They did not kill. They did not kill anyone in Togeto. But today, Lagos State APC say they kill 11 people. In America, when you kill one, it's like you kill 100. Because why they say they did not kill is that killing has become
ordinary business
in Nigeria.
Is a norm in Nigeria.
So you are free. You can kidnap 1,000 people.
You can kill
Nigeria be very happy. When you kidnap 2,000 in Nigeria, Nigeria government be very happy.
I don't think they're
America,
happy.
I'll tell you why.
I don't think they're
okay. Let me tell you. He said if they kidnap 100, Nigeria government is so happy. The one they kidnap, are they released them? Every day, you do hear Taraba, Cameroon here, Cameroon, Amazonia, kill Nigeria people. Senate, minority, I would like call it that you do me. He's saying that is no war. Another country, Cameroon, entering our country, killing our people. President is not talking. You see, we have Mudu president. Mugu.
Mind your word.
Go sit down. You are dying silent. Say you don't talk. I will talk. If I talk, I die. I don't talk, I go die. If you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you die. The country is worse under Buhari and Osibanjo. These are going bad. These are worse. Are you talking about bread? Are you talking about gari? Are you talking about rice? What are you talking about? Is it water? Okay. 8 years of this government almost gone. Can you proud of 8 years? Are you going to proud for COVID-19 they brought? to Nigeria. I got to take my property they brought for Nigeria. Where increasing more than 10 times other Buhari. Did the Nigeria protest?
Did they go to Ojota?
Today, some people are coming for APC. My brother, I command the head and heaven to swallow every government that will make us suffer. God will swallow them. The God will swallow them.
The earth will swallow them.
And those who fought for those people, change. May God change all of you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. Thank you very much.
I am not happy.
Lucky, it's okay. They don't know the Lagos. They don't know the Lagos. Everybody are angry. But angry without solution is not making sense. You angry without solution, it don't make sense. Just angry. That's my point. Solution is this. Remove APC. That APC remover. That's solution. Don't angry for nothing. Wake up to remove APC. That's all.
What has APC done?
APC is a bad luck to the country. The gods of this nation don't like that party. The gods, hear me. Nigerians have ancestors in our notes.
We know that
They have ancestors in our notes. All of them, they do. These ancestors don't like that APC. Come on, that party, that's all. So don't talk without solution.
We have Igbos in the party. We have Yorubas in the party.
All are what? Manipulation. Listen to me. All are manipulation. All are manipulation. I tell you, God will prove. If I lie, let the ghost of this nation, the ancestors of this nation come upon me. The ghost of this nation don't like that party. The ghost like that party. I think we don't like it. Now, I don't like it.
I don't know. I've not seen them.
No,
I've not said.
I see them now.
I've not. You have seen them now.
Yes, I see we don't like it. Now, I don't like that party. So I don't like that party. A women don't like that party. The ancestors of this nation don't like that party. That party is a hated party. Come on, that party for us to free. APC is a problem.
APC, is it not persons or people that make up the party?
They bring darkness to light. That broom is an abomination. You don't understand. That broom is an abomination. They bring darkness to light and it backfire.
So how do you remove APC?
Come to GPN. Let's commit him. I'll remove them.
Pastor.
I'll remove them. Don't argue with me. I'll remove them.
No, I'm calling your name, Pastor.
I'll remove them out of this country. Don't join me for that.
Do you know what it takes to remove?
I know all their
One of the
listen to me.
largest
Listen to me.
in Africa.
Listen to me. The cripple who can't register party. That's what they get for. You cannot register party today. As a citizen of Nigeria, you cannot register party. They know that they can come upon them, the cripple party. Let them free party. Make a free party to be registered. In cheap money, see what they're going to do to them. APC government cripple party can't register party easily. You hear me?
So
governor now
how do you intend
to go into governor now?
Your party is not registered.
I'm coming.
How do you intend?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm coming. To go into governor now. Bro, see money where you go register just to go into governor or president.
Buy forms.
APC finish everything so that they can remain there. But I'll remove them. I'll remove them.
How do you remove them, Pastor?
Don't worry. Let us tell you how
Your party registered.
Listen to me.
You have a
The
secretariat.
part, I'm coming. Nobody can doubt
That's not
God.
my question.
Listen,
You say I'm coming. Is your party registered?
it's registered.
You have a secretariat.
Secretarial is going to be due.
Okay.
Registered is going to be.
Somebody said the solution is to go our separate ways.
No separate way can save us. Don't deceive yourself. Don't say separate way can we can help us. Okay, we say we should go to Biafra. We sit down and think. And when we tell everybody keep quiet, I send message, everybody keep quiet. When it's a breach in the Nigerian border. About to Nigerian border. Everybody listening and go back. It's true. It's true. We saw a separate way. And when it's a breach to Sabah, it's Nigerian border. To Biafra. We use passport to come on, working for a passport to cross. To is Nigerian border. About to protect Nigerian border. Will you look passport to cross the border boundary?
Yes, of course.
I'm coming. Passport to cross the lake boundary.
Yes, yes.
Is it possible for you?
Yes.
It's a suicide. So cut it off. It's a suicide.
No, it's possible.
Listen,
Pastor,
listen,
is it possible?
listen. We see this thing finish. We look for solutions we can make this country better. And we go psychologically to look how we can be able to function well. The border we have with Nigeria to Biafra is bad border. That border don't exist. That border is suicide border.
You have not answered my question.
I'm coming. So don't say I'm canceling the person that say separate ways. No, it's separate way. Come on, APC and be free.
How do you remove APC?
I'm coming to what? I'll remove them.
How?
Everybody should follow me. That's the way. Follow me.
Are you a politician? Ask him. Is he a politician?
Follow me, I will remove them.
Yeah, he's a. Are you a politician?
Ask him now. Follow me, I will remove them. Follow me, I will remove them.
Good morning, Nigeria. And God bless Nigeria, number one. And Nigeria is number one country when I see blessing. God bless all our leaders and give us the wisdom to rule us.
I'll remove them.
Whether APC, whether PDP, whether all the A party, I love all of them. But let God give us a good leader. A good leader when Nigeria can.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is John.
Okay.
So let God give us a leader where can control us. But let God, Nigeria, remember God also. Because the life where they live is given by God. And all blessing coming by God. And bless your country, number one. Oh,
I could remove them. Don't join me. I could remove them.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. Nigeria belong to me.
I like that.
They no borrow me Nigeria to live. I no live in Ghana. I no live in Jerusalem. I live in Nigeria, in country. Since when they born in this country, my God will keep me in this country. Never disappoint me one day.
Only you now.
And party, when God could send somebody to rule for me, he go give me a good leader. Whether I belong to APC, whether I belong to PDP, whether I belong to all of them is one. But when you belong, let God give us a good leader. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
That good leader is me. That good leader is me. Now me be that good leader. GPN. Good people, now me be that good leader. Join me. Follow me for back. I'll remove this party out of this place and all of us go enjoy. I tell you last week, bank don't become POX. The worst ever in the history of this generation. Bank turn to POX. You pay money to bank, you pay money to withdraw. It's the worst abomination. Whose country pay money to bank and pay money to withdraw? APC causes this to be. Because their sons flow all over the country, all the economy, they control it. Oil and gas, we are dying for it. Gas now, we are dying for oil and gas. Their children pull everywhere and drop the nation. Follow me, Papa, I will remove these people. Where they will buy the gate. GPN, they fear me, they fear GPN. They are afraid of GPN. I am a GPN.
The name of the party is
GPN. Good people, Nigerian good people. They fear that party. Yoruba man fear because they're bad man.
Leave the Yoruba people out of this.
Yoruba cannot get close to the party. But they are bad.
Leave Yoruba people out of this party.
I want you to know that if we don't get the bullet to shoot the right one, you can never flee.
Okay.
Use your bullet, don't your gun well, shoot the right target. We go free. Don't think say no be them, not them.
So who is the right target? Who is the target?
The target is the Yorubas. And we are free.
Thank you very much.
Hey, good morning. Oduduwa.
Mr. Rap, how would GPN move APC out of power? He has not answered the question.
Okay, he has not answered the question, and let me tell you, if you ask me, I will help him. GPN, good people of Nigeria, the flag bearer, Mr. President, is Gideon. Gideon is from Cross River State. The man that is going to fly the flags for that platform, GPM, is going to what? Edge out APC comes 2023 by what? Enough food, good economy, good governance. It's not by gun, no. Sorry, over there. Obama is just demonstrating, is a metaphor. It's metaphoric or whatever. You understand? It doesn't mean he will use gun. Obama is going to use what? Good governance. The economy will be okay. There will be food. There will be money. Everything in the whole sectors will be working well. That's what it means. That's what the young man means. He's going to edge them out with good governance.
He does have an office?
There will be office all over the country. He's a political...
It's not going to be 2023.
No. Wait. Listen. This young man has already started inaugurating his campaign team. His campaign train. Do you understand? The people that are going to leave to that party.
It's not registered. The party is not registered.
No, listen. Obon has started his own. Obon has been doing campaigns since last year. GPN, Good People Party of Nigeria. Good People Party of Nigeria. I think you understand. He has started since last year. Yes.
He has not registered the party.
Okay. Registration of the party is on course. Registration of GPN is on course.
Okay. Is PRO?
No, I've been meeting him up on and on. Obon comes here and I will look around. If you see me, you say, come. You understand? So the registration of Obon's party is on course. But one thing I know is that Obon, we should not start attacking the Yorubas because they might constitute the people that will vote you in. These are the people that might turn out to be the greatest number. They might give you the greatest number of voting of your life if you go to the poll. So don't attack them now. They are not your enemy. You have to include them. Run an inclusive government.
GPN said
run an inclusive campaign. Include every region in your campaigning. Do not exclude Southwest.
Yoruba man could come. Hausa man could come. Anybody that could come to GPN and our nation. No, but if you back, step out.
That's good. Yoruba, the owner of the political party under GPN, he is including you. I'm trying to convince him to run an inclusive campaign. So Yorubas, I don't want you to feel dejected, rejected, or annoyed. Karo, Ndibo, Mamman, Unaptanola, Niwa no Obodo, Ibondino na Europe, no America, Mamano. Then outside my brother, Sanu, Nakwode, Nakwana, all of you, come. Let us share our experience. Come. Let us see how everybody in Nigeria will go their separate ways in peace. Because Nigeria has come to what? An end. Buhari is the one that championing it. Thank you and good morning, everybody.
Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has lamented the harsh conditions in DSS custody.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that one is no news again. Of course, we know. Right from the one Nnamdi Kanu was abducted from Nairobi airport, Nnamdi has been putting that one chat for 3 months now. For 4 months, Nnamdi Kanu has been putting only one chat on. That is a very, very bad maltreatment. Very bad treatment. Why are you allowing this man only one chat? He has not changed his shirt. It is not good. This is a maltreatment under the SS, department there, facilities. It's bad. You should allow him to change his clothes. You should give him treatment that is meant for human being, not animal. Why should you allow him to keep on putting on only one shirt? You should have changed that outfit since. If you see each and every time Nnamdi Kanu comes or goes to the court, it's only one shirt. It's not good. Even if Nnamdi Kanu is an animal, allow him to be. Allow him to express himself. Give him good treatment. I don't know what I understand. To eat alone, it is Coca-Cola PLC that is feeding in Nnamdi Kanu. All of you, I want you to know, Nigerian government cannot. I didn't understand. Coca-Cola company, not even Nigerian government. Then under medication issue, Nnamdi Kanu is not receiving any medical treatment from Nigeria because he feels that people that could not even allow him to remove his shirt, to change his shirt, to air his point, could not even administer the right medication to him. For that purpose of being afraid of wrong medication, Nnamdi Kanu has now decided to be on his own. Medication should be from his lawyers or someone outside the department of DSS. They should invite somebody from either Coca-Cola or any other organization to come to his rescue.
Many people believe that this is not justice.
This is not justice, my brother.
Injustice.
Many people believe that it is injustice, including myself here. I listen to me. I always cry out for justice anytime I come here, that every Nigeria, Yoruba, Igbo, we are saying, let us live in peace. Let us live in peace. They don't know the definition of peace. They don't know the definition of justice. There is much of differences between justice and the peace. Let me tell you, justice is standing taller than peace. Because under justice, peace aligned. I didn't understand. So the first issue, the first priority is justice. Nnamdi Kanu, all the treatment being meted or that are meting to that young man now is full of what? Injustice. It is unjustified that a man enter prison since 4 months, 5 months. Is still putting on one shirt. He has not killed anybody. He has not stolen from anybody. Nnamdi Kanu has not planned any coup against Buhari. Nnamdi Kanu is agitating for his rights. Nnamdi Kanu has rights to do what he's doing. I support him. Justice supports him. Everybody supports him. Every Yoruba man supports him. Every Igbo man supports him. Every Hausas, mostly the Hausas. Hausa has made it clear to Fulani that no Igbo man should be killed in the north. That's why nobody has heard of anything, insurrection, mutiny, killings of so far in Igbo land, in the barracks, anywhere in Igbo house, Igbo land, in Hausa land, anywhere, because they know what is going on. Nobody is a fool. Nobody is a fool. Everybody is aware that Buhari has come to steal. Buhari has come to kill. Buhari has come to do what? Destroy. Which is why the Hausas have begun to hear what? The right cry from the right corner, which is justice. Now there's a man crying for justice over the years, from Europe to Asia, all over the world, crying for justice for the Igbo man, crying for justice for Yoruba man, crying for justice for the original indigenous people of the north, the Hausas. Now the Kanu is advocates, the major advocate of justice around the world, even better than Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres, the United Nations Secretary General, is always there, sitting like what? Look, man, he's looking until Nigeria exploded. If Nigeria explodes today, everybody dies. That is when you see the former Portuguese Prime Minister come to our rescue. What happened during the week in the Congress? Men, I told you, they want to take up with among themselves the Nigeria issue. And the Secretary of General is in Nigeria today. He's trying to what? To meet with the so-called president. I look at him this morning. I observe the man. Oh my God. I keep on saying that it's not Buhari, it's not Buhari. And it has begun to look as if I'm a fool. I don't need to say it again, because it is written all over the places that that man is not Buhari. I listen to me. What do you think is going to be the aftermath or outcome of this meeting with United States Secretary of State?
He's asking Buhari that
it comes from the
report.
Report at look at Lekki the toll gate. The cheating at Lekki toll gate has not become only a household issue in Nigeria, but is a global issue. The whole world has seen how bad this Buhari regime is. The whole world has seen how dangerous his APC platform, political platform is. They have failed Nigeria. They have killed Nigeria. They have finished Nigeria. They have embezzled the whole money in the government's coffers. Nigerian treasury is now empty. Now, no 1 naira now. They finished the whole money. They finished the whole money. APC political platform is a band of bandits. It's a group of bandits clustered together, operating across north, east, southeast, southwest, all of them jammed together. They are thieves. To the extent that Buhari has find it very, very lucrative to invite all the countries where you have the population of Fulanis, so team to join together to do what? To suck Nigerian treasury dry. They are from Mali, they are from Senegal, Chad, Nigeria. My brother, they have representatives everywhere.
You have your representatives.
Yes, me.
You have House of Reps members.
Oh, okay, in the house there. Those people in the house, have I ever painted them gold? I said they are monk. Ajus Okalu is their monk. Rota Sokorocha is their monk. Engineer Baribe is not a monk. He has stood up on and on in that house and speak in favor of the poor man, in favor of the poor masses. Are you listening to me? He has not been advocating or soliciting only for the Igbo man, but the people of the Southwest, where Fulani has voiced their anger most. Are you listening to me? There are many good people in that house, I know. But the bad people, their numbers surpass the numbers of the good. Are you listening to me? The good voices in the house are always drowned because they are not many. They are from the minority. Are you listening to me? Lawan Ndume, Ahmad Lawan, President, Senate. Ahmed Lawan. Where is he from? Have you traced in the recent time where Aman from? Aman's mother is a Nigerian.
That's right.
Niger Republic is a very big what plan. These people are syndicates that have been fighting this country over the years. Mali, Niger, Chad, Senegal, Fulanis from Gambia, Futajelon, the Highland. They have been sucking and sucking this country dry because they have political inclination that could not be matched by the Igbos, by the Yorubas. Fulanis are thieves across the continent of Africa. They are bandits, all of them. They are vandals. History called them vandals. There was a time vandals invaded Europe. Vandals, after the Middle Ages, after the age of Renaissance, the Vandals invaded Europe. Before the Seljuk Turks came in, and the Goths. What are you telling me? The Vandals, the children of Esau, they are the Edomites. They are thieves. They want to dominate. They want to steal everywhere.
Okay.
The Edomites called Fulani find it, fit that Nigeria is a place to conquer. Nigeria is a place to conquer. And let me tell you, after this disbanding or chasing out or away of the Fulanis in the Central African Republic by the locals and the tribes, everybody there, they now pointed at Nigeria, and the right person to use was Buhari. That's why anytime Buhari failed election in the past, Buhari will cry. He will cry. People will say, why this man is crying? Because he was nursing this agenda. He was nursing this, how do I put it now? Actualization of his great grandfather called Ottoman Danfodio. Ottoman Danfodio's ideology has come to stay. That's why Fulani has taken virtually all the government departments, appointments in Nigeria, the home ministries, all the appointments go to Fulani. Mohammed, Abubakar, Sani, Suleiman.
Okay, tell me how far. Where you went to market yesterday? How far?
You see me, I went to market. I was walking majestically, thinking that if I go to that place, I'll have a lot of.
My land must shall be coming for them to see.
So, when I got to the market, I first of all moved to Sunday market. I brushed there. Let me tell you, I came out in shame. You see, the women, they are telling me that the transport fare in the past has changed. Because I argue a lot that jokingly. Yes.
Because we do market survey
You can't if you do market survey now.
Like what you're saying now, you can never do market survey in Nigeria. It's even better for army to start back, military to start ruling laws. You're
saying military is better than civilian.
Yes, in democracy you can hear your view. After hearing your view, nonsense. Because they use radio as a channel to make their way out. Like the MTN, now you see them advertising, blue advertising. The more you look, the less you see. Let everybody take a French leave.
Like, are you saying Nigeria should divide or restructuring?
Or let the military take over?
Let the military take over. Because if you go to market and price the bag of rice now today, by the time you get to 1 week now, you can't see the same rice now. Poor men are dying on the streets.
Yes.
And why rich are getting richer? Unless you belong to them before they
belong to who?
It belongs to their courses now. Before they will, that's their soon. Before they will help you.
That those that can afford rice, they are
course people.
Yes.
It's the big one that's eating in Nigeria. People are dying on this. If
you have any experience?
No, yes. Like for instance, if you go to teaching hospital now, Lagos State, Ikeja here. If you don't have money to buy card, like this 100 naira for Amodi now, let's say it's 115 naira for instance, and card is 115, you cannot afford to buy the card. Before you buy card, before you start seeing doctors, and your case is emergency. Let's go forbid you have an accident. They're supposed to treat you as if it's US. They will give you first aid. First to save your life because they believe in life.
Yeah.
They will give you first aid.
Yes.
They will save your life. They will give you food before your relations start coming. But now, no safety in Nigeria. They will call. They will first of all pack all your things.
Steal your money.
They will steal your money. Even though no safety in Nigeria. If it happens,
victims.
They will pack their belongings on the highway. This young shall grow.
Yes.
If you have accident, they will pack all your things instead of them to save your life. And they can never make call. They can never carry that casualty, the victim, to hospital. And if you go to hospital, those nurses will be looking at you. The nurse
ask for money first.
Yes, they'll be looking at you. They'll be watching you. When time you start to die, after you have died, you see them running.
They will be panicking around.
Yeah, they start clipping your hair. Do you
have any experience?
I'm telling you what I've experienced in life.
That's a high experience.
Yeah.
I miss the hospital as a case study.
See?
Because that's why I'm saying Nigeria, all of them are those occulty people, and that's why they know their people. If you go to the hospital, they use eye to communicate. If you don't dash them money, they won't help you. Even though if you piss for
That's in the hospital.
in the hospital, if you piss for body, your own person there for that hospital, you piss for body, they don't carry am. They don't carry the piss. They're gonna look you like this. They go look you. That one person don't die. They don't carry drip. They go wrong. When they inject you, they go choke you. I know go break. No. They say that they look for vein. Maybe we look for vein. They know put the vein.
So what do you think is the cause of all this?
Even I see small children are dying.
What do you think is the cause of all this?
It wasn't about injustice. It's injustice and it's discrimination. One injustice. There's no equity, and there's no human rights lawyers.
Are you a graduate?
Eh?
Are you a graduate?
Yeah, I have an NG. Yes, I went to school. So even now, I'm on the street now. I don't even have money to further. I have written letters to so many people to help me. They told me say this one now where they no get sense. But God no say me I get sense.
So what are you doing now?
I'm telling no man.
No man.
No man. It's because I guess I didn't even see food to buy. It's one Calabar woman I went to buy food. She said okay, she cannot take it for me because I don't have money.
Okay, manage this 1,000.
Thank you.
Mr. Rab, don't worry, give her.
Thank you. So
Okay.
that's how life is.
I'd like to get your number. Just use that 1,000 and buy food.
Nigerians are suffering under Buhari. Go. Go. Osibanjo, go. Lai Mohammed, go. Buratai, go.
Your market
We
experience.
don't need you.
Yeah.
Go. So, thank you.
Sawa Gbese.
So I priced. Human was telling me the effect of transport.
Your name?
Margaret.
Okay.
You need to escalate loud.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Onyechi. You spoken well. So let me tell you, the woman in question was telling me the effect of transportation cost on the prices of commodities, like ingredients like pomo, this oroko, which of course is bone here. It's not real oroko again. The normal meat, the no leaf, the no okra, all of them. He said transportation cost has already affected all of them. I'm not telling you about rice and beans, because rice and beans has skyrocketed. So my brother, that day when I bought the market finish, I followed the back of Excellence Hotel to my home and prepared myself the same. But Oga, if you go there, you will shed tears. We know that common man in Nigeria are dying. Now I begin to think about what will be the lives, the situation or condition of the people in the localities. Due to the fact that they go to farm there, they have fresh vegetables at the backyard and all the things. They have access to natural fruits. And that's one their own is a bit better. I'm telling you. Because in Lagos here, where do I plan to go? Where is my backyard? We don't have fruits here. What and co? We buy water, we buy everything. My brother, prices of commodities in Nigeria has gone high over 200%.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Thank you very much.
So coming to the report of the NSAS report, let me tell you, Lai Mohammed started singing a different tune. He said, I did not say people did not die. I said people died, but no evidence people has died. I said people died, but there is no evidence people has died. That is to show that people have died, no evidence to show. Something that is on the telly, something that is on CNN, something that is written all over the social media, even on the front page of set everybody free in Nigeria now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, give me 1 minute. Thank you. The lady that just spoke now, I'm seeing some responses here this morning. If you can be so kind to help her get back to school, we are asking that you should be able to support her. However, thank you very much. Mr. Charles, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Everybody's complaining that things are very hard. How long? When shall we come out of this?
I don't. Yes. We don't know. We don't know. Right from when I was born, they keep on telling me that things should be fine. My brother, we are heading nowhere.
But we as Nigerians, we can do something.
What can we do? What can we do that has not been done? What can Nigerians do that they have not been doing? Tell me, what do you think Nigerians can do that they have not been putting in place? People are there lavishing in poverty. People are there suffering. But all the bourgeois, the rich ones are there laughing. People are suffering. Christmas is just around the corner. A man that just carried me in his public transport yesterday was ravishing in Christ, telling me that he doesn't even know what to do. That even maybe if care is not taken, he's going to hang around because he has nothing to his mouth. You know, the little car he drives, most of these, what do we call them? Lasma and the code, they will just collect everything from him. But he has nothing to tell his wife at home.
I'll save this nation from Congress.
The truth of the matter is very simple. So, my brother, people are suffering. People are suffering. There's nothing Nigerians can do that has not been done. We are trying our best. We are gradually trying our best, but
Nigerians are not lazy.
that's exactly what I'm telling you. There's nothing Nigerian will do that has not been done before. Go and check. Statistics have Nigerians cannot do.
But we have one problem with Nigerian youth.
What problem are you talking about?
Graduates.
Uh-huh.
We find difficulty in having people that are skilled labor.
Mm-hmm.
Not just casual labor, skilled labor.
Okay, when you talk about skilled labor, before you go to service, that's what you call Said as a core member, skill acquisition.
Is that enough?
Wait, I'm trying to say something here.
enough.
I'm trying to say something.
Okay.
Mr. Christian, is the government has every right to introduce that skill in every department in the university. Why are they not doing it? Until they will leave you, until when you graduate from school, they will, instead of staying only 3 weeks in camp, they will not introduce skill acquisition. How will you be able to learn carpentry work? How will you be able to learn tailoring? How will you be able to learn automobile and other things within the space of 2 weeks? You cannot. So if they really want to implement and improve all these things, why not go to most of these Nigerian universities and mount it as a mandatory something that you must possess this particular skill in one of your departments before? Then you'll find out that everybody will have a choice. What, for instance, I might decide I want to become a tailor. And why I'm still schooling, you make it as a compulsory something, skill acquisition in the Nigerian university, but you are not doing it. Or you will say somebody will learn how to make beads, cake is there, but they are not doing it. They will not allow you to go into service. Only 2 weeks in camp, they will tell you that you should go and learn Said, skill acquisition. What will you learn in the space of 2 weeks? You cannot learn anything. Nigeria is gradually coming into this integration, but the Igbo people are doing it in such a way that they are doing it peacefully. Nigeria is coming closely to this integrate because that's exactly what is going on.
What skill do you have?
My brother, I have a lot of skills. Are you getting me? I can fix amako. Are you getting me? I'm very, very good at fixing amako.
Okay.
When I was with my uncle, that was when I was in schooling, he taught me all this carpentry and joinery. I learned a little, of which all I needed from people is Adibin, it was in a well-organized community government. What they need, that is why if you go to Western world, they will look at you. What skill can you offer? They will bombard you with whatever you need. Because they know by the time you start doing all those things, you also become an employer of labor. If there's unemployment in the country is 90, you will help by what? Doing what? Giving like 4 to 5 people employment. By so doing, you have helped to reduce the level of unemployment in the country. But they are not doing it. My brother, go and ask. Nigeria are the most talented people in the world. Are you getting me? Nigerian youth are the most talented and the most educated people, youth in this world. So you cannot tell me that Nigerian youth are lazy. They are not. We are very, very much vibrant, very educated.
Kanu lament harsh conditions in DSS.
My brother, sometimes I said it 2 weeks ago. This is a man that has done nothing. This is a man that did nothing to anybody. This is a man that he didn't fight anybody. He just
Continue.
A man is just fighting for the what? Peaceful release of his people. He just wants his people to be released. Are you getting me? A man, well, okay, look at a man who did not kill anybody. Still, you have not decided to subject this man to abject shame of hatred, maltreatment. A man that has been in prison for over 4 months with a single clothes. My brother, what is going on in this country? What did he do? Nnamdi Kanu did not kill anybody. Nnamdi Kanu did not fight anybody. Look at Sunday Igboho is here. He is here too, crying. What's ordinary to change clothes? Who know? I was telling somebody yesterday who know the kind of food, they are giving Nnamdi Kanu there. Only God knows. Only God is protecting that young man. A man that has nothing, a man that did not fight you, a man that did not come in terms as in contact. You didn't see him with gun. He didn't fight you. He didn't do anything to you. He was just fighting that the poor masses should be released. He's just fighting that there's an injustice from the poor masses. But you still look at the kind of maltreatment you have subjected that young man to. What exactly is going on in this country? Meanwhile, those criminals, those people killing people are there being escorted with police vans, police guns and everything. You escort them to their different houses. You guide them, you protect them. A man that has nothing to do with killings, a man that has nothing to do with, this man has never for once asked you that he should go and fight anybody. He's just...
That is Nnamdi Kanu.
For what? Okay.
Do you follow his...
My brother, let me tell you.
Follow his broadcast.
Let me tell you something.
I follow his broadcast. That's not asking. Do you follow his broadcast?
I do. Let me tell you something. There was an election in Anambra State few weeks ago, right? If not because of the intervention of Nnamdi Kanu, did you think that election would have gone? Did you think so? But he said the IPOB members should relax, let the election do what? Take place. That is to tell you that this man has nothing against the government. All he needed from government, like exactly what happened in the Bible, Pharaoh, let my people go. That is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu wants. But you have subjected this young man, an innocent citizen, to an object of mockery, an object of cajole. A man that has been in cell only with wearing one clothes. And I used to say, and I will continue to say it, who knows the kind of food they are giving that young man there? Only God is the one protecting that man.
Coca-Cola feeds him. Coca-Cola feeds the man.
Coca-Cola feeds him?
Yeah.
Well, that is what we are saying. That is what you keep on hearing. Are you there?
Coca-Cola feeds him. It's not a matter of whether I am there or not.
Even you are there or you are not there. My brother, take it or you leave it. Only God knows the kind of food they are giving him. That is the country we are into. Only God knows the kind of food. Even the Coca-Cola you are talking about, if you like, let it be pit milk. If you like, let it be Guinness or Cadbury. Only God that knows the kind of food they are giving to that young man there. The kind of maltreatment, the kind of injustice that man is passing through in that particular custody. Of recent, a particular footballer was jailed in England. That's Mendy, Benjamin Mendy. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
He was jailed, according to them, that rape case or something like that. When they jailed him, they were saying that the prison where that young man is, if I'm not mistaken, Mendy should be 24, 25 now. They said the prison where they left Benjamin, there was nothing like preferential treatment that was given to him. They left him in a place whereby every day there must be what? One injury or the other from the inmate. What did they do? They smuggle in toothbrush and they use pen as in something like a knife or razor blade to peel it up as a weapon. So, and the people are still crying that somebody like Mendy, that please, they should remove him out from that particular custody and give him a little preferential treatment. But they are saying no. Chocolates of somebody who did nothing. You've left him in an object of what? A man that has nothing to do with crime in this country. Nnamdi Kanu did not fight you. Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with I want to fight this, I want to do this. This is a man that is just fighting for the peaceful release of his poor masses. The Igbo people, everybody knows in the whole world that we are being marginalized. I grew up in the north and I'll continue to say this. Almost all the political appointment in this country has been given shifted over to Fulani people. Most especially Katsina people. Most especially Katsina. Because these are the bunkers and the bundles of Fulanis. Almost all the important positions in this. That is why if you go to a place like Katsina, they have the highest custom officers in this country. Few weeks ago, they came to Abuja here for an exams. And I was passing. I did not see Emeka, Adebayo there. What I keep on seeing is Haruna, Umaru. Are you getting me, Musa? They came for an exams here. Huh? They came for an exams here. So at the point, the truth still remain the truth. They are not in consonance with what is going on in the country because they are very wicked. They have subjected the Igbo man to that is forever marginalization. That is what is going on in this country. Thank you very much.
Mr. Akule, Akule, good morning.
Good morning, Christian. Good to.
Somebody saying Nigeria will not break up. We need to have a plan B and form a third party force to get APC and PDP out and get a referendum and new constitution.
Yeah, what a nice guy. What was
Samuel
that?
Unang.
That must be a Calabar man. Not like Edo, like Lucky. Not like Edo, like Lucky. They were asking. No. We have to be very constructive. There was something that happened this morning. Let me tell you. I voted this messed up party that is in power now, and I criticized. Before my father died, my father was a PDP, and I never go in line with my father. We always had one on two talk. But this guy, somebody was asking him, say, the PDP, when PDP was in power, do you ever criticize the government for doing the wrong thing? He said no. They said why? Because it's my brother. Does that supposed to come out for an adult like Lucky? Mouth? So at times when I look at these people, they come on this thing, you can see, they say APC. That road there, Christian, you are my witness. If I'm lying, get me, tell the people that I'm lying. That road there, what have I been saying about that road? Let the people know. What have I been saying? I said this APC government on the road, they said they are working. Look at their road there. And it's as if they are hearing us. Yeah. And what is happening to that road now, Christian? The road they are working on it. So when you come here, your bigotry, the bigotry you have in yourself, throw it away for the betterment of this country. So people like this guy, I was telling him, I buy 800 naira yam there. One day, what my money could afford, I had 900. I had to take bike from there to my home. I said, Aboki, how much be this yam? He said 1,000. I said, give me for 800.
When was that?
That was like 2 weeks before God and mine. Before God and mine. Nevertheless, I'm not giving support to anybody. I wish tomorrow, this government will pack up. But all these guys coming, promoting propaganda. Say, I told him, yam, where you say yam now, 18,000, 7,000, 12,000. I can get you yam, 8,000, yeah. Now you not say, that one is Yoruba yam. Can you imagine the excellence of thinking of some people?
Let's move on. I just need to protest that. There's no more rain transport again.
There's no more rail.
Yeah.
That is why you should hold Amechi responsible. The minister for transport, hold him responsible. Yes. You see what this one is saying again. We are saying they should hold Amechi responsible. That this way, she goes there at my back. He said because he's an Igbo man. Hey, thank you very much. Enlighten these people very well. He's the one in charge of the rail, minister for transport, right? He should be held responsible. Why? I was saying it the other day. Why did Amechi, being an able man, you make railway from Nigeria to Niger? You make railway from Lagos to Sokoto, from Lagos to Kanu. What about the viable tribe that deals on goods and services every day? Now you abandon the rail to the east. So they should hold him responsible. And what I was saying was, the senator then should have even protested and walk out as the Niger Delta senator, South senator, walk out on the 3% petroleum derivation they want to give them, in which they are complaining is not enough. So My problem here is bigotry, tribal bigotry. Tribal bigotry. That is what I want us to erase. If not, we cannot have a better nation.
How do we create a third force?
We cannot. That's what I'm saying now. They were asking this one down. Do you see any fault? I told you, I'm a Yoruba man. When Obasanjo ruled,
you're Nigerian.
No. That's what they're going now.
You're a human being first.
I'm a Yoruba man before a Nigerian.
You're a human being.
You are an Igbo man before a Nigerian.
No, you're a human being first.
Yeah, I'm a human.
You're a human being.
My brother, in your when you are feeling form, anywhere, they ask
I'm
you.
just saying it.
I'm saying I'm a human being, but God created me to be in a system called Nigeria, right? But the dialect I speak is my number one dialect is Yoruba before English, right? Your number one dialect is Igbo before English. So how do we create a third force, a common force? The youth we have now, with bigotry we've been looking at within the youth that they planted in the youth. Look at somebody that was telling me that this government, when they get there, they don't detribalize themselves. It's only the down-rooted, ragtag masses that will say, I be this. Now my brother did there. Let me support him. Your brother did there. What benefit do you make under him? When Obasanjo ruled, what benefit? Nevertheless, we had phone there. We had phone. Nevertheless, that. What other benefit? Did he turn me to millionaire? No. Did he remember me for any contract? No. So remove this bigotry. That is what I've been preaching to them. Because your brother is in the Aso Rock, he doesn't know they are suffering down here. The truth has to be told. That's why at times I tire for this platform when the way people talk here.
No, you tired with the people that
they are tired. They are not the platform, not the flip. Some people that come and make some, nonsensical statements here. The government is bad. Yes, the government, but how do we move on? Let us be constructive. The one that will better our life, let us ample on it. Instead of coming here every day, that one. What? I just made an example of that road. We saw that road and we protested on it, on this camera here. Did they do the road?
Sorry, which road? That road, that road you are saying, hold on. That road you are saying, that is where deputy governor collected land and built thousands of shops. He has to do it. That is the road they left for many years. After devastation for people, after people wounded, after people gas spoiled, after so many devastation, deputy governors acquired the land, a shop.
Can you give me space?
Just small shop, 12 million. Small shop, 12 million. One shop. 12 million. The governor has to do the road. Why you president APC? APC wicked.
Does this guy understand English at all? What are we saying? I say we are.
What he says that it's because the deputy governor has a.
I don't want to know whether deputy governor. The road should be fixed. Is my own, and the road has been fixed. It's like this guy is getting frustrated. That's why I don't know. It's 10 years since if they pass that road, he never talked about the road. Has he ever one day? Now yam 2,000, yam 3,000, yam being problem. Sure, food where go shop.
No, food is important.
It's important, but at times when you like too much food, they will use that food to carry you away. That's what the politicians are using. My God, for God's sake, if I say na shoemaker go do to get my money for pocket, and one person no go come explain me with 5 naira for 4 years. That is the problem of this guy. That is the problem of Lucky. Every day, yam. What's the way forward?
Okay, what's the way forward?
The way forward now is the common front, the common solution, coming together to form a formidable. But it won't, we will exclude somebody like this one because he said all the governors that I say about Obaseki. He said Obaseki na him brother. Obaseki is doing well, and he's condemning all other governors of the state.
No, Obaseki not doing well.
He said he's doing well. He's my witness. That man is my witness.
Is he not doing well?
He's doing well. There are some other governors doing well too. Yeah. So what's up? Another question, please. Let him. No minutes for you. Let me. No. You talk, please. Oh yeah, I'm listening to you.
The Kanu is in detention. He has
crying out. Yeah, there's been torture, right?
Is that just?
There's been torture. The UN are watching. The international human. Tell this guy to let us hear what. Make you know they do like area boy now. Make you know they do like area boy here now.
Continue.
So See as this guy is behaving like area boy, for God's sake.
Let's go.
Now, United Nations is there. ICC is there watching. You could say the Secretary of State of America came to Nigeria, Blinken came to Nigeria to meet up with Buhari. And number one, they let him know, we sold Stocado to you. Don't abuse this Stocado to kill innocent people, to Kanu. Don't abuse it to kill innocent people, right? And everybody is all eyes on this government, all eyes on the trial.
Continue.
All eyes on this government.
All eyes on this government. This guy is frustrated. Now Yam be in problem. Now Yam be this man problem this morning. Go and look for somebody that is
Continue. All eyes
So,
on the government.
All eyes on the government. All eyes on the government. All eyes on the government. And the government now, the world is watching.
Yeah.
Right? ICC is watching. International Criminal Court is watching. UN is watching. And I'm so happy that the NSAS issue that happened, they are expecting the reports.
Which report?
Which report? My brother. I say Yoruba. You see this tribal bigot. You see this tribal bigot. He's frustrated. He's frustrated in Lagos. So. He's a frustrated man in Lagos. So I'll leave it to another day, please. I don't want to be in this kind of confusion. I've got nothing to do. This man is frustrated.
See, let's say the truth. Sawalu is not working. Sawalu invited army to kill Esas. I denied. Kula, why? See, anytime you mention APC, Kula will be very angry. Sawalu is not working. After all, invited army to kill Esas people. I denied. Shame to them. Why Kula supported this thing? Shame to them. Which government working? You said first I do it away. Where did they wait? I'm ready to do it away. Where did they wait? Eh? They wait. They're on strike now. They're on strike. We are losing millions. Why are you defending APC? APC are worthless. Where what?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. It is a good thing and a good omen that the proponents or the supporters of One Nigeria are now fighting themselves. Before the public, they are fighting dirty. And that is a good news for me.
That's good news for you.
Yes, because Nigeria is, of course, on the path of irreparable destruction. I thank God today that Mr. Lucky Edo no be Lagos, but indeed Edo has become more worse than Lagos.
How do you mean?
Look at what is
no, Edo State is different from Mr. Lucky. Let's look at.
Yes, I'm just coming. Okay. Why Mr. Kunle, who for me is a tribal bigot as far as I'm concerned, and these are elements or the features that defines the Nigeria in quotes. So that's why I have been maintaining the fact that this Nigeria must end. Otherwise, a time may come when Kunle and Lucky will blow bottle. You see, we'll even put fire on everybody, and I hope it will not touch Flip TV office. Because the fact remains that you can see what is happening today. It's good. They are now fighting about yam. They don't know they plant yam. Yoruba land. No. Oh, Osun State don't they plant yam.
They don't plant yam.
They don't plant which yam. The only yam that I've seen from Osun State is when I served there is those ones we call Janona. Those ones, maybe that is what Kunle is buying for 800. Those small ones, you know, those ones are Mpuruji. We call it Mpuruji in my own place. It's something you use to return to farm. So it's not meant for human consumption. But due to the hunger, it was meant to be reserved for the next farming season. That is what I meant. For the next planting season. But because of the hunger, of course, in the Nigeria of Lucky and Kunle, you can see now they're eating what was meant to be preserved for the next farming season, and they're fighting over it. That is the reason why I maintain, of course, that there's not going to be one Nigeria, and if one Nigeria must continue, to be frank about that. Probably one day, Nigerian city people within the Nigerian state will begin to eat their own children as a way of sustaining, or as a way of sustenance, because there is no other option left. They have eaten what should be used to continue or sustain the sustainability of the farming process. Now, what is left? Look at, of recent, I saw very close to where I'm residing, a traveling bag. But when the offensive order begin to spread, people begin to ask what exactly was the problem. And now they invited the police after they conducted investigation. They discovered that pack or that traveling bag is inside the traveling bag. A lady was wrapped with this sellotape that used to wrap big distance. You see, most of her organs have been dissected, have been removed. This is the type of Nigeria. People are desperate. People are seeking for a way of survival. And unfortunately, the fundamental issue that even the Nigerian people can no longer eat. The affordability of those food consumables are out of the reach of almost the average person. And it's very unfortunate. That is why we must end this country. Look at a whole, they call it a small banditry. They are now operating in an unusual dimension. Why? Because they have acquired much economic power, having been aided by the Nigerian state governors and the president, paying them ransom, paying them when they adopt children. Gumi will tell them that they are doing that because they are hungry. You see, now they have acquired more sophisticated weapons that they could now confront and dislodge the Nigerian security architecture. You see, they're now floating an aerial surveillance or antenna. You see, where they can use to communicate. And what does that portend? That portends a more devastating and very horrible incident that is yet to unfold. Yes, what do you have for me?
Kanu has lamented harsh conditions under DSS custody.
You see, of course, it's very unfortunate then, and
he's crying out. He's crying out.
Well, I think he has to cry more because the DOS are not doing anything, and it's very unfortunate for the so-called IPOB. By now, I don't think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be still held behind the bars. Why? Because the supposed DOS, I don't know what they are doing. Well, I'm not the spokesperson of DOS, but I am expressing my personal opinion as an analyst. And unfortunately, if he happens to die there, I think the DOS have to be blamed. Because to me, they are not doing more as expected. And most of the opportunity they have, they would have secured the release, unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been mismanaged. And unfortunately, you can see the outcome of such negligence on their parts. So it's very unfortunate. And whatever happens, I think, I believe the legal counsel should do the needful. They should up their games, not saying that international communities are what are they watching? They were watching when people like Nnamdi Kanu, who was born, who are the age mates of Nnamdi Kanu, over 3.5 million people were killed. It's because Nnamdi was fortunate enough to have survived such genocide in 1967. They are still watching. Nnamdi Kanu was adopted. Extraordinary rendition. The useless UK government. You see, the worst thing you can do in life is to become the UK nationalist or UK citizen. Look at how they abandon their supposed citizens for close to 5 months, incarcerated, and they're just making noise. Nothing has been done. They were held, he was held illegally by the Nigerian government, and your own citizen was held illegally. Who set out from United Kingdom to Kenya for his private or whatever, ended up in Nigeria under such circumstances, and nothing is being done up to now. Well, let Nigeria kill him. Let Nigeria kill him.
It doesn't have to happen like that.
Okay, it doesn't have to happen like that.
He shouldn't die in custody. That is a big problem.
Okay, that should be a big problem for Nigeria. That is the problem, of course, I am much anticipating. Whatever that we blow up this country is much welcomed. But I know now the Kanu has no reason to die. And he has not done any, have not committed any non-offense that should deserve or warrant his death. So it is unacceptable and must be condemned. The IPOB family, of course, if I may advise them, they must up the games. It is a matter of do or die affair. So when you really meant your freedom, freedom is not obtained at the platter of gold. And then the Kanu have resorted to, of course, diplomatic means to gain such freedom. But when the ovation goes high, amen. When the version becomes too high, I think the people have the right to revolt. When, of course, people who met impossible resolution in a almost impossible cannot, of course, deny the fact that violent approach is, of course, being invited when you neglect such.
Chigose Ndibo. Yeah, thank you.
Remains my name.
1 minute, Mr. Lucky.
Let me correct something. How can Chigose say Edo doesn't plant yam? Yoruba doesn't plant yam. We plant yam. Yoruba plant yam. Let me correct that correction.
We all know.
We plant yam. You can't say that.
We know.
Edo is very big. We plant yam. Our yam are very sweet.
We know.
Both Yoruba, they plant yam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, our viewers globally. As you can see from the comment section, some persons are requesting for contact in respect of our forthcoming get together. Yes, I did cut my number earlier on, but maybe some persons did not get it. For purpose of emphasis, my number is 070-899-58243. Again, 070-899-58243. Thank you very much. So you can reach me on phone for any further discussion. The reviewers have mandated me to represent them in that regard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstand. Today was very, very boisterous. Today was a bit interesting. Most times it used to be like that. They come together and they have to attack themselves. I hope Kule is not angry. And I hope Mr. Lucky will leave Kule alone. They plant yam in Edo, they plant yam in Osun State. They plant yam. Just that. Okay. I should stop there.
No, just that what happened. that Lucky refused to eat the yam.
Okay. Thank you very much. If you want to read Mrs. Oyinye, you can reach me on 08157515167. I repeat, 08157515167, so that we can help as many that can help her get back to school. We'll give you a report and we'll have to update you on how she gets the form and everything. Thank you very much for being part of the program. Thanks to everyone for being part of this program. Thank Mr. Raphael. Thank you, Mr. Chigozie, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Lucky, Mr. Kule, Mr. Charles. Everyone, thank you very much.
All of you.
Till we meet tomorrow by God's grace. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. And I'm Christian Chuko on this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. Bye till tomorrow.